One of the questions that I get quite a lot on this YouTube channel is, what indicators do I use? Do I use algorithms and things like that? And you know, what I want to cover with you in this video is an indicator that I've been showing off on this channel for quite a while now. It is Lux Algo, and the reason that I like this, right, is that it's got a lot of very cool features. It's a tool set. It's got a bunch of different tools within one indicator, and actually there's 3 indicators with the premium package. But what I really like about this is that there are certain things you can do in trading, whether it's reading a book or you know, a trading book, a psychology book, or you know, keeping a trading journal, or using an indicator where it's not going to cost you much. It might not cost you a lot of time, might not cost you a lot of dollars, but the money it can give you on the other side is absolutely huge compared to what you're putting in at first. And to me, that stuff is really exciting. So take a look at this. Lux Algo is a set of indicators. I'm just going to throw it on the chart right now before I talk about it. But right here, one of the key aspects of it is these signals right here telling you, you know, you got a strong bullish price action signal right here, or you got you know, potential sell signals in the market as well. And obviously, you know, when the market turned into a bull market, you generally wouldn't really be paying attention to the sell signals, and obviously that's why we were getting a lot of strong buy signals right here. And you can see how this worked out really well. You know, indicators also colored to tell you where, you know, they might be a little bit more bearish or where they start turning. This is very interesting how you can see that right here we got a strong sell signal, all the candles were red, but then they start flipping to purple and then bam into green, and that's where we get our strong buy signal right here. And so it kind of indicates to you where the market might be in a little bit of a shaky place, which, by the way, we're not even in yet. This is interesting. If we apply this to the current market right now, we had a situation here where we flipped from green to red, and we aren't even back into, I'm sorry, from green to purple to red, and we're not even back in purple territory, showing this that according to Lux Algo right now, we might have a little bit more downside to go just with this indicator. And I think this stuff is very interesting, because if you just look at the success of these strong buy signals right here, you know, this one flashing right here at a price, I know you can't read it, but it's a price of about $11,600, and then the very next sell signal coming up, you know, when the price is all the way up at about $17,000. And I know that these are small numbers to us right now, but that is an absolutely huge gain. That's like a 50% profit. You know, then the next strong signal coming right here when we're at about $18,000-$19,000, and we're not getting the sell signal until you know, the next kind of major peak at about 35. So you're nearly doubling your money just off that. And this stuff is obviously very powerful in that way, but there's a bunch of other features that you're getting with this indicator, which I want to show to you guys. You know, one of my favorite things right here, because it illustrates how you know, you can kind of use this at all skill levels, and something that I found super interesting, and I'll tell you why in just a second, is that if I just turn off all of these signals really quick, this indicator can also detect patterns, and I find this to be pretty mind-blowing. So take a look at this while it updates. It's just painted a rising wedge kind of pattern right here, and the reason that I find this quite useful is that I had also drawn almost exactly the same pattern, which looks a little bit like this on my chart, but to see it drawn by an algorithm, or in this case by a trading indicator, is very powerful, because you're getting that confirmation there, and you're able to potentially, if you don't know how to draw this stuff, you're able to get this stuff drawn for you, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, when I saw this, I was pretty mind blown. We've got the same descending triangle that I was showing you guys in my YouTube videos. And obviously, again, this is being drawn by what is essentially a bot, right? I mean, this is not a human, and so it's not drawn as well as I might have drawn it, but you're getting the same kind of general stuff right here, which can be extremely useful. And obviously, these are things which you might not have even picked up on your own, or generally, I mean, you know, one of the things that I like is that if I've got a bit of analysis and it's confirmed by another indicator, that can be a good sign for me to potentially enter a trade. So for example, we have a descending triangle right here. We know it's a descending triangle because resistance is dropping and support stays at the same level. If we manage to drop below this red line, which is what we've done, and we find resistance here, that's potentially telling you that a short position can be entered right there. And it's just those kind of things which this indicator can help you pick up on, because it's got so many different features within its tool set. You know, one of the other things that's quite useful is if we just switch this off and look at reversal zones and zoom out on the chart a little bit, we can start to get an idea of where this market wants to start you know, reversing at, where it's, you know, kind of getting a little bit overextended, which is essentially you know, a more I would say, reliable version of, oh wow, this is cluttered, hang on, let me just turn this off, a more advanced version of the Bollinger Bands, something which I would actually use, because you guys know I don't actually like the Bollinger Bands indicator, but this functioning, I mean, looking very much the same, and as you can see, it's just as we're kind of peaking, and by the way, there are obvious exceptions, like right here, right, when the market is super bullish, it doesn't matter what reversal zone we're looking at, it's just going to keep on punching through it, and that's completely normal. But when the market cools off a little bit, you can see that the deeper we go into the red reversal zone, the more likely we are to get a correction, right? So over here, we kind of penetrate into the second layer of this reversal zone, and bam, that's when we get a reversal. Then we're not really doing anything, the market's just generally ranging, but we drop into the support area right here, we drop into the very bottom of the reversal zone, and bam, that's where it's showing us that the market at the bottom of these reversal zones, or at the top of these reversal zones, that's where we're most likely to find local tops and bottoms. And so we can see how that works out really, really nicely right there. Another one, again, right here, giving us a temporary chop, and then we're just, you know, kind of continuing to push to the upside. But right here, we get very close to the top of that reversal zone, and look at that. We're entering another little bit of a bear market. And this actually illustrating to you guys the same thing I've been saying in these YouTube videos for quite a while now, which is that I essentially think that we could be looking at, you know, the market potentially finding support somewhere around this kind of low $40,000 area, which is where the reversal zone is showing us, you know, we have a, you know, good chance of reversing, and then potentially, you know, making another rally to the upside. And by the way, one of the coolest things about this is it actually forecasts where we might be looking at seeing these reversal zones in the future. So for example, if Bitcoin manages to somehow rally up massively right now, it's showing us that, you know, we could be looking at a top for our extreme reversal zone at about the $73,000 level, which actually I think lines up quite well with one of the theories I've been talking about on this YouTube channel for quite a while, when I correctly predicted that Bitcoin was failing to set significantly higher all-time highs, and as a result we might be looking at a downturn in the market. By the way, make sure you're subscribed already if you didn't hear that, because that was an absolutely huge call that I made on this YouTube channel. And those of you who were subscribed, who were hitting up the like button, engaging with these videos and watching them regularly, you will have known all about that. And if you weren't subscribed, you were shooting yourself in the foot. But one of the key things I was able to talk about there was that Bitcoin isn't able to set substantially higher all-time highs, and Lux Algo actually confirming that, because the very top of this reversal zone, it is hard to push against the top of these reversal zones. Again, you know, when the market's going absolutely crazy, it happens, but we haven't been in that state of this in that state of market pretty much now for almost an entire year if we measure this, right? The last time we were pushing these kind of levels was 344 days ago. So it's not something that happens often. And then in line with this, if Bitcoin does top out at $73,000, well, one of the key bits of analysis I was giving you guys on this YouTube channel is that each all-time high that we're setting is getting subsequently, it's not subsequently getting lower, but we're not setting higher all-time highs by a big margin, right? Like this all-time high at 58, and then the next one at about 61, only 6% higher. The next all-time high, only 5% higher. The next all-time high, only 3% higher, and the next again only 3% higher. And if we measure this about 3 to 6% higher, look at the range that it puts us in. We're looking at about $73,000 at the top of that range. And if we throw on the trusted Lux Algo indicator again, and we look at those reversal zones, you start to see the very same thing. Bam, look at this. Let me wait for this to load up a little bit. You start to see that very same kind of price target. So, you know, one of the key things that I like to do with these indicators, because I know a lot of you guys are asking about it, is, you know, and the way Lux Algo was actually built is to be able to go hand in hand with your own human analysis, right? This is not something that's made to supplement, you know, core analysis. Well, I guess it does supplement, but it's not there to replace core analysis. And it's definitely not something which you just blindly make decisions on. But when you've already done your analysis, when I already know, for example, that I'm expecting a reversal in the low $40,000 range because we haven't seen a significant relief rally at any point in this market so far, well, then I can use Lux Algo to help me confirm those very same ideas. And if I'm seeing the same points right there, that can be very, very useful. There's a bunch of other very cool things. You can also adjust the sensitivity of these signals. I want to show this to you very quickly right here. If I turn off the reversal zone as well, just to let this load up because my laptop is lagging out a little bit. You can adjust this to be more or less aggressive depending on your taste. For example, you can see how we're getting extra buy signals right here, which you might want if you're a little bit more of an aggressive trader, for example. And then we can dull it down as well. Take a look at this and you'll see how it starts to change up what it's presenting to you. You're getting even less signals now, but generally you might expect them to be a little bit more useful, and so I think that's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of other features. I know that the trend catcher feature is quite useful, although it's not something that I actually particularly use myself. And you're also getting with the signals, you're also getting take profit points as well, where it can tell you, for example, in a bear market where you might want to take profits on your positions. If you were to open a short position, where it might make sense to take profits, where it might make sense to place stop losses and so on, which again, these are things which can just generally help traders at mixed skill levels, probably towards the lower end of the skill tree as well. And I think that all of that coming in for, what is effectively a quite low price is quite a killer package, right? And this is actually one of the reasons that I was quite excited to work with these guys when they reached out to me, is that considering all those features that I've just shown you, to get it for about $68 a month is pretty ridiculous. Like I said at the beginning of the video, one of the things I'm a fan of is putting up almost nothing in terms of cash or almost nothing in terms of time and getting a lot out of it on the other side. And this is an example of that. Now, I know that $70 is not almost nothing, but compared to the tool set that you're getting, compared to just one of these signals potentially saving you from losing money, or potentially helping you make some money because it's supplementing some of your core analysis, that can become incredibly valuable. And what you're getting with the deal that they're running with me right now is up to 20% off on the Lux Algo tool set, just by following the link in the description down below and using my discount code. So if you want to gain access to it, then you can check it out. And if you're not fully convinced about it yet, don't worry, you don't have to do anything. I'm talking about this in many of my YouTube videos as well. You've already heard me talking about it, and you can get a better feel for what's going on right there. But this is an absolutely great offer, and there is also a lifetime deal available just for now. So, whereas usually you'd have to pay that yearly fee if you want a long-term plan with the Lux Algo toolset, you don't have to do that right now. You can get their lifetime deal by following the link in the description down below. I'm mixing up my paid service with theirs, yeah, definitely a very powerful tool set which you can use to complement your own core analysis. You're getting a beautiful discount code on it as well, and it's worth checking out just for a month. And obviously you can continue to see how I'm integrating it with my own core analysis as well in these YouTube videos. You heard me talking about it a lot on this YouTube channel as well. So there you go, guys. Go check it out. There is a lot going on right there. I didn't even cover Lux Algo, by the way, the premium tool set. You're getting 3 indicators as part of it, and I didn't even cover all of them. If I show this to you right here, they've got Lux Algo Premium, Oscillator, and Statistics. The Oscillator as well, quite useful. This is not something that I use typically, but you can start to see right here that it starts to show that the market could be looking at turning bearish way before the market actually does, and it's actually right here looking like we might be turning bullish. And by the way, the last time we had that reading was down in the $30,000 range. So again, just really confirming what I'm already seeing. These are the kind of things which people don't really want to pay attention to, but because this is an indicator and it's not a human, it's not subject to emotions, it's not subject to fear in these markets, and that's why this stuff can be so powerful. So again, I'll keep on talking about these in my videos, but you've now had a beautiful overview, and if you want to get it, bam, steps are in the description. You'll see it in the top comments of this YouTube video as well for your 20% off discount on what is effectively a ridiculously low price considering what you're getting. So go ahead and check it out if you are interested in that stuff. And with that, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, smash up the likes, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that good stuff. Drop a comment down below telling me if you already use Lux Algo, what your thoughts are. Are you happy with it? Are you unhappy with it? What have you found useful? I would love to know about that as well. And if you want me to take a look at something in particular about the Lux Algo toolset, then also let me know about that in the comments, and I will continue to integrate these things in my YouTube videos. But there you go, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.